How is everyone? Exactly, Boomer. It began. Oh, more spreadsheets. There are always more spreadsheets. Do you have anything interesting to say? No. Absolutely nothing worthwhile. Sure. Why not? Oh god, I need this. Damn seaweed. Imagine playing Hoi when you could play this. They change their prices for different customers. That's great. I don't really care. Are you collecting capacity cores? I hear there are some that aren't sold anywhere. Yeah, there are a few. Welcome. We carry the finest selection of capacity cores in Malkuth. Huh? Those are very unusual and precious capacity cores you have. Are you just window shopping? Excuse me, but would you mind showing me your capacity cores? Okay, so we got all the level 0s. All the level 1s. We're missing a couple like level 2s. And like a bunch of the high level ones. But that's fine. That was the capacity core shop, so they are kind of justified in saying capacity cores more. Like, there are 2 of them in the game, and no one else really talks about capacity cores much, so I think that's fair. Capacity cores? Really? Such amazing and wise advice you've given me, JJ. I don't know what I'd do without you. Ah, it's you. It's almost time, isn't it? Yes, none of us has a future if we don't stop Van's scheme now. It feels weird thinking I'm fighting for the sake of the world. Yes, for me as well. It would be one thing to do it for Malkuth, but to allow myself to be caught up in something like this. It goes against how I've learned to live. Mai, what are you saying? It is an honor to be able to fight for the sake of the world. You mustn't say such weak-spirited things. Uh-oh, it's the school, Mom. I really will lecture you if you talk like that. I love Natalia. I think they have a point, though. Natalia and Luke may be royalty, but we aren't. We're not exactly regular people either, though. We're a group of nobles and soldiers. Well, yeah, but we didn't get to where we are now because everybody set out to save the world, right? regardless of how things have turned out. Yes, we each had our own goals, and in the process of dealing with what was right before our eyes, we've come to this point. But we can't lose now. Yeah, and for that, I have something I want to give you. It's a small present for a brave group of people out to save the world. Don't tell me you use the National Treasury for your personal hobbies again. Hey, I got permission from the council for this. This is an apology and thanks for what you did for us when the Outer Lands fell into the Qliphoth. Please accept it. I guess I can't refuse a sincere offer like that. Your Majesty, combat is about spirit. The clothes you had lacked sufficient spirit for the final battle. What are you looking at me like that for? Those clothes are special garments infused with phone power. Well, I suppose I might have toyed around with a bit with the design on one or two of them, but hey, don't worry about it too much. Oh, well, I don't think this outfit is half bad myself. You look cool, Master. Or at least it suits him really well, the thug look and all. What's your problem? Yours looks like something a kid would wear. You're such a kid, you kid. Stop it, you two. I think they're fine clothes and easy to move around in. Yes, I agree with Tyr. Although, now we have a certain someone looking like an evil phonic artist that belongs in a fairy tale. Cool chick! I wonder if in Japanese that was just like Gato or something. Evil phonist, question mark? Childish. Annis earned that title the moment we met her. Oh, Blade Master, that's good. Imperial Will. Okay, we're having fun with these. I'm so glad I came here. So this is kind of just her normal outfit, but less likely to give her heat stroke. Okay. Annis is still dead, but that's fine. Oh, right, words. Forgot about the words. Careful of your manners, even on the battlefield. After all, you are royalty. There is no adult or child in battle gear. To the battlefield. Okay, that's war crimes. You're discussing war crimes right now. That's not good. Grasp your future with this sword. This title is for the swordsman who harbors a fighting spirit. Cool chick. There's just something about women in battle. She graces the battlefield with beauty and power. Whoever wrote that line is so horny. I do not use my phonic arts for evil. This is simply a bit of malicious mischief on the part of His Majesty. God, Luke has so many more titles than everyone else. When challenging one in battle, you must be prepared, body and soul. Also, yeah, to answer the Strudel's question, JJ is Act 1 Luke. I thought that this outfit looked kind of childish, but now that I'm used to it, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, it looks good on you. Have you finally recognized my charm? Ooh, what should I do? Maybe if you get down on your hands and beg, I just might go out with you. Idiot. Colonel, Luke's being mean to me. Well, why not? You're always making fun of him. Boo! Okay, Guy, your turn. No, get away from me. Come on, get used to it already. Okay, alright, let's see what they look like. Okay, this is just like... They say childish. This is like a rich boarding school outfit with combat boots. Not really combat boots, actually, just kind of boots. Okay, guy looks like a Final Fantasy character now. Guy, you're stepping on your pants. Guy, what are you doing? Alright, let's see how cool this cool chick is. Okay, there's kind of both a lot and a little going on here, right? So, one, like, her belly button is exposed. 2, her shoulders are exposed. 3, she's wearing a fucking cape. 4, why are her pants different? The pant legs are different from each other. Yeah, I need to play Xillia 1 and 2. Alright, and Jade. Yeah, this is honestly like... wait, is he wearing... Yeah, he's wearing mittens. Or just gloves? Just gloves. Yeah, he kind of just looks like a guy who's in, like, one of the cold parts of Eastern Europe, but then also put on a cape. Also, nice tails of belts there, Jade. Okay, and last but definitely least... He left. How'd he sneak past us? Good day, sir. A vast majority of the people of Malkuth support Emperor Peony. That's in fact how empires work. Very topical for the Jubilee, though. Good day, sir. Have you seen Emperor Peony's beloved rat eggs? Yeah. I tracked them all down at one point. Good day, sir. Emperor Peony is always thinking of the people of Malkuth, and by people of Malkuth, I mean dressing up these teenagers in silly outfits. Good day, sir. Even here in the Qliphoth, the audience hall is just as beautiful. If it wasn't for him stepping on his pant legs, this would be, like, a great outfit. Wait a second. Hang on. I need to check something. He's got belts going across his torso. He's got belts on his sleeves. Now this is Tales of Belts. I count at least 7 belts. Or no, 6 belts. Yeah, this man's got 6 belts. Amazing. And yeah, I agree. Mew.
So, you've finally taken care of Professor Nebula.
Colonel, you promised to explain things to us.
It started with my own curiosity. I experimented on myself to see what would happen when one who could not use the 7th phonon tried. The phonic art went out of control. setting Professor Nebulum's residence on fire. Professor Nebulum herself was near death. I enlisted Disxa and took her to the edge of the town.
I'm just noticing, but what's Natalia's spine doing? It looks like she's puffing her chest out, but like more. Very confusing.
Jade, the professor's gonna die. Yes, it's my fault. It's too late to save her now. But with Famacree... Oh, you're gonna make a replica of the professor? But we don't have a Famacree machine.
Hi, Belle. This game does end. We're running out of things to pad time with.
I'll use Phonic Arts to do it. I did it once with Nefri's doll, so it should work.
Ah, yes. A doll and a person. The exact same thing. You're very smart, Jade. But yeah, there are still a few things to do, but they are dwindling.
Wow, it worked! Jade, you're amazing!
Why does Disc look like that? His face looks like he's a 70-year-old man. Oh yeah, we're gonna be getting to a few of those other 24 Tales games. Yeah, I'm going to. I think I'm gonna play Berseria next because I already have that installed. After that, I'm not sure. It kind of depends on what I want to play and what I can easily emulate. It's fun, Purgatory, though. Hey now, Berseria has much more girl boss in it.
The replica of Professor Nebulum knew nothing but destruction. I tried...
So that's what led to this incident.
But Jade really regrets what he did. That's why he forbid the replication of living things. Please don't hate him for it.
Luke, why are you advocating for him? Also, there are plenty of things that we should hate Jade for.
Luke.
Hey, stupid. Nobody said anything about hating him. We've all seen...
I
things to
did.
Stop the use of Famacree.
Fuck Jade.
Absolutely. Colonel, thank you for telling us about what must have been a trying experience.
And I'm sure that Jade's situation would have been made better if a middle-aged guy just went and fucking slapped him in the middle of it. I'm sure that would have improved things, Jade. Wouldn't it have?
Not at all. It's rather uncomfortable to be thanked. If anything, I deserve censure for what I've done.
Colonel, there's one thing that bothers me. As I recall, Famacree uses only the 7th phonon in creating replicas, not the 1st through the 6th.
Yes. That's why replicas vanish when the 7th phonon separates.
Huh? But Nebulum was saying something about needing the 1st and 6th phonons.
Nebulum was the first living replica. The technology was different then, right, Jade?
Yes. The original theory was based on Phonic Arts, which is how I created the Professor's replica as well. However, that method results in some phonons missing from the replica. That causes mental instability, leading to destructive behavior or abilities developing abnormally.
So that's what happened to Nebulum's replica.
Yes, to overcome that problem, Dist and I modified the process to use only the 7th phonon.
And Saphir's alive, huh? He was always tough, wasn't he?
He's a criminal, you know. Aren't you going to capture him?
We'll keep watch for him, of course. If you see him, bring him in. Oh, and you keep that sword for a while longer. It might come in handy in your coming battles.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up the game facts again, because I know it said something about where Dist was, but... need to find it. Oh. Go outside the palace to meet Dist. Amazing. Do you have a problem with game facts there, Strudel? I do hope that Nebulum is able to rest in peace. So do I. Though, as the one who caused her death, it may not be my place to say that. It must have been hard, seeing someone you care about die twice. It's my own fault, after all. The errors of my childhood have had a far greater cost. That is something I cannot forget. Well, yeah, but Jade... Well, I just wanted to say, don't be too hard on yourself, Senpai. I kind of know what you're feeling. Well, I must admit that I didn't expect to be consoled by you, but thank you. Jade really can't say simple thanks, can he? No, it doesn't look like it.
Wait! He really did come after us. How could you be so cruel as to leave me in Mount Roneal?
Dist, weren't you to receive Professor Nebulum's replica data from Mose?
What's with you all of a sudden? That was my intention. But by the time I recovered from the Tower of Ren, Mose was dead and Van was alive. Van's not especially kind to traitors, so I can't go back there anymore.
I see. So that's why you made contact with the original replica. You stole the documents on the planetary phonic art from the intelligence division, didn't you?
There wasn't much in them. All the important information was destroyed in that fire.
I see. You are hereby under arrest for violating Article 1 of the National Intelligence Act. Take him.
I have no idea what's going on.
What are you doing? I'm your friend!
Who is whose friend?
I, Dist! No, Saphir! I'm Jade's friend!
This is just rude.
I'm glad I don't know any Jade with such poor taste in friends. Now, come on.
Why are these people... God, Jade, you're such an asshole.
Thank you, Colonel. We'll handle the interrogation.
Please do.
Traitor! I'll hate you forever.
Why couldn't Dist be the old man in our party? I want to see if he is visible somewhere. I kind of doubt it, though. How can it be off limits to me? Nothing should be off limits to me. Your blood phonon level has decreased due to overuse of phonic arts. Oh no, how sad. I think someone's going down the stairs very loudly. Do you have anything interesting to say? No. Alright, so we could go over to Doth right now. Or we could take advantage of this greater flight stone we have. And finally make it onto this freaking island. Are you kidding? What? What? Oh, I probably should have, oh, Tokunaga even got a new outfit. Annis was still dead that entire time, though. So what is even on here besides a couple enemies? What was that flight stone for? Charad. I like how she goes from the emotional "let's kill you bastards" to sounding like a sports announcer saying Final Fury.
Ione and Sergeant Annis Tatlin are having some problems. Yeah, well, it's wrong.
It's long, you see. Okay, this had better be a good item over here. If I spent the entire game not being able to access it. Gross. Someone call Alpha. Natalia, Anna's is kind of getting in the way of your victory speech. It's probably a very good search spot, but still, I'm kind of mad. Let's go to Doth. No complaints here, boss. I'm afraid you've come for nothing. The score isn't being read. As long as you're here, you might as well make use of the library. This door leads to the cathedral's library. Please feel free to use the library. Welcome to Doth. Unfortunately, the score is not presently being read. Good day, sir. This door leads to the cathedral's hallways. The score is a necessity in our lives. My belief in that has not changed. Dude's gonna join a coup, isn't he? You hate to see it. It's a replica. Can't go home. Please proceed. Were Mo's actions truly mistaken? Please proceed. You will not be able to have the score read, however. You know, I'm kind of beginning to suspect that the church's army might have some mixed loyalties. Just a couple.
I see. So the records of the planetary art have been completely lost. That's unfortunate. But perhaps it is for the best.
Maestro Triton, about Heart of Chaos.
It may prove useful to you. Keep it with you for now.
Really? Thanks.
Was that all you had to say? How shall we rebuild the Order of Lorelei? That will take some thought. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask last stream, how are the closed captions doing, if anyone's using them? Who are you? Was Yulia City really in the cliff off? The shape certainly looks unusual, but it's still hard to believe. Maybe I can't have the score read anymore, but that's no reason not to continue making the pilgrimage. But how are we supposed to live without the score as a guide? Hey, what happened to the guard who was standing behind here? Wait, what? Oh, okay, just another shop. There are rumors spreading of a restructuring of the Order. Not only is the score no longer read, could the teachings of the Order change as well? Well, given that like 2/3 of the teachings of the order were follow the score, yeah, I think they will change. You know, tiny bit. All right, let's see. Do these work? No. What? Did this guide lie to me? Oh. Equipping the catalyst will ignore your physical and phonic attack stats, and all damage will be based on the number of enemies the characters have killed. Okay, we can try it out next battle. I think the next place to go is Batical. That might only be a very hard mode thing, but it's worth checking anyway. It's not what I wanted, game. Oh, Wellington is playing Overcooked too. You have anything interesting to say? I wonder if Mom will have some special scene for, you know, the final battle about to happen kind of thing. Luke, please take care of yourself. So that's a no. Okay, so that is just a higher difficulty thing. He doesn't even have dialogue. Absolutely tragic. Why are you still standing here? Oh wait, maybe the king will have some special going away speech. Early report suggests no. Luke, you did excellently in eliminating the miasma. Luke isn't talking to you right now. Your daughter is. You have performed excellently. Good day, sir. Looking out the window, the phone stone ring appears just as it always has. Good day, sir. The audience hall feels lonely without Her Highness. When will Natalia stop getting ignored by everyone she sees? What? This is so rude. I'll just try entering here normally then. And then if they... what's the button for the mini-map? Oh, hi. Oh, you seem like you might be a little stronger. A little. You know, I'm beginning to suspect that these super weapons really aren't as good as they claim to be. This is a lot of experience. When that guy is basically just like a normal enemy now. I don't care about you. Oh, Did I run out of lenses the first time I was here or something? Okay, wait, so I want to get, like, over there. I'm just gonna ask the game facts. Apparently there was something I could do to get like flavor for Natalia, but I had to do it before beating Sync. What's the point? Okay. There's so much stuff here. Okay, it gave me items. This is apparently just a what? Wait, wait. What? What? Polywiggle, I don't care about you. Okay, so apparently I'm just strong enough that I can beat it now. That's, fine. But, like, what's up with that part that I couldn't get to in the marsh before? Okay, you're looking for a map now, I guess. Maybe this is where I want to go? Maybe it's not? I really don't know. It's like there's that dot on my map and I want to get to it. This is not where I wanted to go, though. And apparently I could have just taken that the whole time. Yay. So what's up with this? It sucks how slow I move in this marsh, too. She's so right. I almost wish this would do the Pokemon thing of your repel is worn off, would you like to use another? Maybe I have to enter that from just like by landing in it? I can try that, I guess. Or wait, is that... Was that just Batical the whole time? It can't have been, right? Right? It does kind of look like it, though. Oh, well, there are still other places that we can go. All hope is not yet lost. What? I'm going full speed. Okay, no, we're trying that again. Because I am going full speed, I have my Greater Flight Stone. That shouldn't pose any trouble to me. So that was where the sandstorm was. These are just normal enemies though? And like I could have already landed here. Maybe I need to go farther ahead. Like up on that plateau or something. Oh. That's a thing. This feels mean-spirited. What is that worm? I want to fight the worm. I wanted to fight the worm.
Difference is so obvious.
This game needs to let me fight that worm. Bird. There are no Brazilians left to protest the bird murders.
Difference is so obvious.
Why did the birds give me a fish? We're in the middle of the desert. Another fish. What are these birds doing? Okay, now where was that, like, big desert worm thingy? Bird, now is not the time. I really thought that dark bottle would work. What is up with that big-ass worm? I'm not just hallucinating that, right? Like, it's definitely visible. Finally. I got a couple more levels out of that, I guess. I was really expecting there to be more things. Oh right, yeah, I need to go see what happens if I take the Albior through that big tornado thingy. I'm not sure that it'll be anything at all, but I'm not sure that it won't be anything at all either. Just things you have to test. What? It does nothing. It just tells me that the sandworm is nearby. What is happening? Yeah, this is the wrong side. Okay, what did you say? It said something about someone being here. You know what, I don't care. Let's just head back to Eldrant, I guess. I don't know that there's anything else worth doing. Where is Eldrant again? Here? Can I walk in? Okay. I can just walk in. Sorry, I'm very thirsty. But I would say that now we are significantly stronger. And so fighting Van should be a lot less of a problem. In theory, anyway. That dog was catching up to me. We can't fall down the hole anymore? But like, we know it's not single use because both Luke and Ash fell down through it. Dang it. Bold move of Jade to use a ground-based attack on a flying enemy. It worked though. Okay. There's no way that I can't Mii-Wings my way up there, right? Like, that'd just be ridiculous. It's right there.
Piece of cake. Indeed. Let's get this over Ionian Sergeant Annis Tatlin Ortho. Having some problems? Yeah, well, it's wrong. Piece of cake.
All right, let's go.
I kind of don't care anymore. Especially after there turned out to be nothing in the swamp, like... What was the point?
Piece of cake. Indeed.
I know there's a bunch of stuff I missed, but I also don't really care anymore. Why was that bird there?
All right, let's go.
It doesn't even know how to run away from me. Remember that puzzle? Remember how you have to rotate the room by just figuring out that you need to get the right magic, beat those little guys with the right magic? I remember that puzzle. I can't return to entrance with the wing bottle anymore. That's interesting. But okay. What did I get myself into? Okay, let's go through this. It's kind of a lot. But here we go. Rem Day, Rem, Deccan 3, ND 2018. Looks like it's going to be another boring day. Not one thing has gone right over the 7 years since my kidnapping. I lose my memory, they keep me confined here, I keep getting headaches and hearing things all the time. But today Master Van came to the mansion, so it won't be so boring after all. Time to head over to the drawing room to see him. I heard some really depressing news in the drawing room. Master Van won't be able to come and train me for a while. Apparently this phone Master Ion or someone from the Order of Lorelei disappeared, so he has to go help in the search. This really makes me mad. Since he has to go away, he said he'd give me some time training today in the courtyard. But just as I was practicing with Master Van, I heard a strange song. A phonic hymn, he called it. What's that? It made me sleepy, and then this weird girl came in and attacked Van. I tried to stop her, but all of a sudden some incredible power appeared between us, and we were thrown into a valley neither of us were familiar with. The girl's name is Tyr. She keeps talking about this 7th phonon and other stuff I don't understand. She's got a pretty face, but a wretched personality. She said she'd take me back to the mansion, so we headed out of the valley. There was a coach driver at the valley's entrance. He said he was going to the capital, so we paid the fare with Tyr's pendant and got on. Finally, I can relax. I woke up in the coach to a huge noise outside. Apparently it was a Malkuth land dreadnought chasing after some thieves called the Darkwings. That's when I realized we weren't in the kingdom of Kimlaska, but rather the Malkuth Empire, our enemy instead. And the capital the coach was heading for was Malkuth's capital, Grand Kokma, not Kimlaska's Batical. But now it's too late to turn around because the Darkwings blew up the bridge back to Batical when they fled. We ended up heading for the nearby village of Engave instead. We finally reached Engave, the grocer's hamlet, part of the Malkuth Empire. What a dirty, boring place with all these poor people who live there and farm. But it looks like they don't call it the grocer's hamlet for nothing. I saw a really good-looking apple while I was walking, so I picked it up and took a bite. But all of a sudden this guy started yelling at me to pay him. We've had merchants at the mansion before, and I never had to pay anything, so I didn't know what the heck was going on. I gave him some money anyway to shut him up. I guess you always have to do this when you buy something? What a pain. Afterwards, we headed to the inn, where people were talking about food getting stolen. All of a sudden, they started accusing me, and took me to see Rose, the village leader. There was this four-eyed guy named Jade from the Malkuth army at Rose's place, and he saw right away that I wasn't the food thief. Then Phone Master Ion from the Order of Lorelei came in and said that some monsters called Cheagles were responsible, so they finally let me go. I'm pretty mad though. I thought Ion was missing. What's he doing here? I wanted to ask him about a lot of stuff, but we decided to stay at the inn for the night. We met this kid at the inn who said she was looking for Ion. Tyr said the girl's a Phone Master Guardian. A kid protecting a kid, huh? It's a good thing I'm not a kid. Could you imagine if I, Luke von Fabra, were a kid? Anyway, I'm really tired. Time to get some sleep. Tyr said we'd head for the border tomorrow, but all that business about being called a thief really made me mad, so I decided to go to the Cheagle Woods to set things straight once and for all. What do I care if Tyr objects? Tomorrow, I'll go to the Cheagle's nest in the northern forest and tear them apart. That Ion showed up again, this time collapsed in the Cheagle Woods. Apparently the stuff about the Cheagles bothered him too, so he came to check it out. I found out that Tyr's one of the Oracle Knights too, and that she's Master Van's sister. Why the heck would anyone try to kill their own brother? Just when I was going to ask Tyr about that, a Cheagle appeared, so we went after it. I smelled blood. I can worry about Tyr later. Right now we have to do something about those Cheagles. The Cheagle got away, but Ion said their nest is deeper inside the forest. Ion looked like he'd just get in trouble again if we left him alone, so we ended up bringing him with us. Tyr argued a lot, but then again, that's all she ever does. We found some Engave apples lying around in front of the Cheagle's nest, so those stupid things were responsible after all. I'll go in and squish every last one of them. Inside the nest, there was a Cheagle elder that could speak our language. Apparently this ring, called the Sorcerer's Ring, translates for them, not that I really care. According to the elder, a young Cheagle named Mew burned up the home of these other monsters called Ligers. So the Ligers came to the Cheagle Woods and said they'd start eating Cheagles if the Cheagles didn't bring them food. I think they deserve it, but Ion went and said we should try to convince the Ligers to stop. I also kind of forgot about my blood feud with them, and so, I ended up not genociding them for no reason. Really sad. We ended up heading for the Ligers' home deeper in the forest, and we brought Mew along to translate. Mew can use the power of the Sorcerer's Ring to breathe fire. We can use this to burn up grass and stuff to open up passages. I guess we'll just have to be careful we don't start any forest fires. Note, we did not have to be careful about that. Nothing burned unless it was really supposed to. The Liger Queen, aka Mommy, was protecting her eggs in the Liger's nest. Apparently most monsters are born from eggs, and because of the eggs, the Queen was really touchy and not in the mood for conversation. She ended up attacking us, and she was really tough. I almost thought we couldn't beat her, but then that four-eyed guy from Engave, Jade, showed up and helped us out. We managed to defeat the Liger Queen, but I wish we could have avoided breaking all the eggs in the process. Defeat means murder. We weren't able to talk with the Ligers, but it looks like they won't be a threat anymore anyway, so we ended up going back to tell the Cheagle Elder about it. What a pain. Apparently Jade had come here to pick up Ion, so he came with us, but the Phone Master Guardian that had come with him left earlier. Wasn't she supposed to be protecting Ion? Well, whatever. We went and told the Elder what happened, and somehow we got stuck with Mew. I don't want any pets. But everyone else said to take him along, so I figured I'll bring him back to the mansion and let everybody play with him. Finally, this food thief problem is taken care of. Let's get out of this dirty forest and start back to Batical. When we reached the edge of the Cheagle Woods, all of a sudden Malkuth's soldiers appeared and captured me and Tyr. It turns out old Four Eyes sent back the Phone Master Guardian, Annis, to bring the soldiers here. They took us to the land dreadnought Tartarus, and just when I thought it could go home. Jeez. It looks like Jade took us into custody because he was investigating the 7th phonon reaction when me and Tyr ended up in that valley. Jade said he's taking Ion to Kimlaska to try and stop a war from breaking out between Kimlaska and Malkuth. As soon as he found out I'm the son of Duke Fabra, he asked me to help him. He told me to go talk to people around the Tartarus, and if I decide I can trust them to help him out. What a bore, but I guess I might as well take a look around. The Malkuth people don't seem so bad, aside from Four Eyes. There's no point in trying to cause trouble, and I guess it would be pretty bad if a war did break out. So in the end, I, in my magnanimity, decided to help. It looks like what's going on is, oh my gosh, Malkuth and Kimlaska could go to war at any moment. And somebody called Grand Maestro Mose from the Order of Lorelei is making things worse. Ion managed to escape from Mose, and now he's trying to bring back peace. But Tyr says that Mose is only working for peace and the fulfillment of the score, and the one really trying to start a war is Van. What is she, nuts? There's no way Master Van would do anything like that. That really annoyed me, but it's not like she listens to me anyway. So I guess I'll just wander around the ship some more. I didn't really have anything else to do, so I was just kind of wandering around the ship when all of a sudden monsters attacked. They said there were Ligers among them. Ligers are those things we have to fight in the Cheagle Woods, right? And there's a whole pack of them? They'll kill us in an instant. We tried to escape from the Tartarus, but this guy called Largo the Black Lion, one of the Oracle Knight's 6 god generals, came and got in our way. He said he came to take Ion away, but isn't Ion like his boss or something? I can't comprehend conflicts that involve more than 2 different factions. And if he's with the Oracle Knights, that puts him under Master Van too, so what's he doing here? Largo used a phone slot seal on Jade, which made Jade unable to use any of his phonic arts. Things were looking pretty bad, but Jade's pretty strong, even without phonic arts. He stabbed and killed Largo with his spear. We didn't see the body, though. It's probably fine. And now he wants us to help him take back the Tartarus. Vanis has gone to help Ion, while Tyr and I head for the bridge with Jade. When we got to the bridge... Head? Tenses are weird. When we got to the bridge, Tyr used her phonic hymn to put all the Oracle soldiers to sleep. Tyr and Jade went into the bridge to do something, but they made me stay outside like I was just getting in the way. I was annoyed and bored, so I was beating up my pet, when all of a sudden, the sleeping soldier woke up and charged at me. I reflexively swung my sword at him, and I killed him. Oh no. When will I learn that my actions have consequences? The commotion woke up the rest of the Oracle soldiers, and we ended up getting captured. When I woke up in a cell, Jade and Tyr started talking about rescuing Ion and escaping from the Tartarus. That means we'd have to fight people again, but they don't even blink at that. It's almost like they understand that their actions have consequences. And they started saying I was a burden, so I decided to fight too. I mean, it's not like I want to swing a sword at other people, but I can't stand them making fun of me like that. Luke, did you get bullied into murder? Luke. Jade broke out of the cell and activated an emergency shutdown system he'd put in the Tartarus. But before we can escape, we'll have to get our equipment that was taken from us. I wonder where it is. We found our equipment pretty quickly. Who wrote this? Now we just have to find Ion and get out of here. We're heading for the port hatch where we can get Ion back. Let's hurry. We waited in ambush for the Oracle Knights to show up again, and eventually, a woman named Lagretta came back with Ion. Apparently Lagretta used to be Tyr's instructor? Come to think of it, Tyr was with the Oracle Knights too, wasn't she? How come they're all fighting each other? I remember her saying something about factions. Anyway, just when it looked like we were going to be able to get away, another Oracle Knight named Arietta appeared, and we almost got captured instead. But then Guy came out of nowhere and saved us. He said he'd come looking for me after I disappeared from the manor. That's Guy for you. Oh. Ion said that when Annis came to rescue him, she got into a fight with an Oracle soldier and got thrown out of the Tartarus. He didn't know whether she survived, but if she's still alive, she should be heading for a town called St. Bina. The rest of the Malkuth soldiers are all dead, and we're in danger too, so we'd better get moving there. Why is this chapter titled Resolution? What gets It's fine. It's fine. On the way to St. Bina, Ion collapsed. Talk about a wimp. Sheesh. Femboys born after 1993 can't walk. Oh well, I guess we'd better take a rest now. While I was explaining the situation to Guy, some Oracle Knights attacked us all of a sudden. We managed to take care of them, but I couldn't get myself to kill a real live person, even when I was getting bullied for it. And Tyr ended up getting hurt because of it. We ended up staying overnight here to let her injury heal. Everyone says that I don't have to fight, that it's perfectly normal for civilians to be afraid of killing. But what they mean is that I'm just in the way. I don't want to be treated like that, so I decided I'm going to make myself do it. I don't want to kill people, but if my friends are bullying me, then I guess there's not much choice. Everyone accepted my resolution, and now we're off to St. Bina again. We finally reached St. Bina, but Oracle Knights had closed off the entrance. Damn it, they got ahead of us. What, Belle? This? I'll just keep going. But right as we were thinking about what to do, a wagon from Engave came by to deliver food supplies, so we hitched a ride and snuck in. Now we just have to find Annis without those Oracle soldiers finding us. She should be waiting at the Malkuth base inside the town. It was the Oracle Knight's 6 god generals that had blocked off the town, though only 5 of them were here. They weren't able to find us, so they just opened the entrance again and left. If only they'd left earlier, we wouldn't have had to go to so much trouble to get in. Annis wasn't in the Malkuth base. When she found out that the Oracle soldiers were watching St. Bina, she left a letter for us and went on ahead. The letter said that she'd gone to Kaitsur, which Jade said is on the other side of the Fubras River to the south. So now we're heading for the Fubras. Oh, the femboy thing? That's, I was just making a joke about the, like, you know, the girls born after 1993 can't cook meme. No, I was just going off of that. Ion collapsed yet again. Man, he sure is weak. I guess we'll have to stop and rest for the night. Apparently Ion collapsed because the Oracle soldiers were dragging him around to the Sephiroth. Sephiroth are something like the planet's vital points. I wanted to find out what they were doing there, but Ion said it was a secret of the Order and wouldn't tell me. I just saved his butt, and this is how he acts. Ah, freaking femboys. We reached the Fubras River, but the bridge was washed out, so now it looks like we'll have to walk across. The bridge? Wait. You're saying the bridge is out? No. Why did I only realize this when we reached the river and not when every person in St. Bina was talking to me about it? God. It's almost like the bridge is out or something. Who would have thought? The place is full of monsters and we'll have to get our feet wet. What a pain. I don't know, it was pretty fun spinning while moving. Or while moving because of the water. We managed to make our way through the monsters and across the river, but then Arietta from the Oracle Knight's 6 god generals found us. She said she wanted revenge on us for killing her mother. Apparently she meant the Liger Queen that we killed in the Cheagle Woods. But really, who would ever think a monster could be a human's parent? It's not like that we knew that monster was both sentient and could communicate or something. But apparently not, you know? Sentient monsters, who are they? Just when it looked like we'd have to fight, an earthquake hit and Arietta collapsed. A crack broke open in the ground and a poison gas called miasma or something started flowing out. We couldn't go anywhere with all the miasma, but then Tyr started singing a different phonic hymn than the one she'd been using until now, and all of a sudden the miasma disappeared. She said the hymn's power temporarily shields us from the miasma, but it doesn't last long. When we were about to get going, Jade suddenly moved to kill Arietta. It startled me, and I stopped him. I mean, how can you kill someone when they're out like that? Ion also asked Jade to let her go, so we left her there and headed for Kaitsur. I sure hope this won't have any consequences down the line. When we reached Kaitsur, Annis was stopped at the border because she didn't have a passport, so we were finally able to catch up to her. She kept the letter from Malkuth about the peace treaty safe, so that's a relief. But then we were suddenly attacked by Ash, one of the 6 god generals. I got taken by surprise, but then Master Van appeared. He'd been looking for me. I guess Ash must have been afraid of Van because he ran away, but then Tyr looked like she was going to kill him. When are things finally going to calm down? Anyway, Master Van convinced Tyr to put her knife down, and we decided to go to the inn to hear from Master Van about what's going on. Wait. Why would you use him here? There are two men. I guess him is Van, which makes sense. Oh, Tyr, if only you could have used that knife. Tyr seems to think Master Van's trying to start a war, and that the Oracle Knights came and attacked because Van told them to. but Master Van says the 6 God Generals have taken the side of Grand Maestro Mose, and that they're moving under his orders instead of Van's. Obviously, I believe Master Van over Tyr. He came to look for me after all, and he saved me from Ash, too. Master Van was surprised to see Ion there after having been looking for him. When he found out that Ion was trying to negotiate a peace treaty, Master Van even said that he'd tell the 6 God Generals to stay out of our way. He said he didn't know whether they'd listen, but he is Master Van after all. As for Tyr, she only said that she was looking for some 7th phone stone or something left behind by Yulia, and didn't really tell me anything. What a loser. She'd be really pretty if she didn't open her mouth so much. I understand that this is trying to characterize Luke. However, he's just kind of been like a whiny brat so far. And like somewhat understandably having qualms about murder. And all of a sudden, just like, God, this girl would be so pretty if she didn't fucking talk to me. Absolutely mind-boggling. Anyway, Master Van brought some passports for us so we could cross the border and head for the Kaitsur military port further to the south. Finally, I can get back to Kimlaska, though it'll be a pain to get confined in the mansion again. When we reached the port, there was some kind of commotion going on, and all of a sudden we heard a scream and a monster's roar. Sounds like trouble. And trouble it was. Almost all the ships in the harbor had been destroyed, and a bunch of soldiers were lying dead on the ground. We were wondering what was going on, and then we saw Master Van fighting with Arietta from the 6 God Generals. That damn Arietta caught up with us already. Friggin' children, moving fast. Arietta kidnapped the maintenance chief from the port, told me and Ion to go to Coral Castle, and then flew off on a monster. Did she do all that just to get us to follow her? We started thinking about what to do, but Master Van said he'd take care of Arietta and that we should head back to the Kaitsur border checkpoint to wait until the ship's ready. That certainly would be the easiest thing to do, but when we were about to leave for Kaitsur, one of the engineers came and asked us to bring their chief back. Ion said we should go save him, so we ended up heading for Coral Castle. Sorry, Master. Coral Castle is a place east of here that belongs to Father. Apparently, it's where I was found after Malkuth kidnapped me, not that I remembered or anything. Anyway, let's see what's there. Who knows, maybe I'll even remember something. I agree, Belle, because it's not even nuance or complexity. It is hitting you in the head with a hammer, like, that came out of left field. What happened? Why is it suddenly just... Oh no, he's not just, like, an emo 16-year-old. He's a misogynist emo 16-year-old. Or maybe not. Even after we reached Coral Castle, nothing came back to me. Oh well, that's not important now anyway. We have to go find that maintenance chief. Let's head inside and look for him. We found a lock on a door that couldn't have belonged to Father, and on the other side was a room with a strange machine in it. We were looking around trying to figure out what it was, when Annis was startled by a mouse and jumped onto Guy's back. All of a sudden, Guy let out a terrible scream and threw Annis off. That really took me by surprise. I knew Guy wasn't good with girls, but I've never seen him so scared like that. He said he lost his family when he was young, and there was probably something that happened then that made him afraid of women. Which is definitely a fear that makes sense. Why doesn't Guy get therapy? I personally prefer trans Guy. Trans Guy is a much better theory than whatever the fuck happened in this game. I never knew Guy had a past like that. I only ever saw him in the manor. Jade was acting weird too. He looked like he recognized the machine, but he wouldn't tell us anything about it. We ended up just leaving it behind and heading on to find the maintenance chief. We eventually found out that Arietta was on the roof. but as soon as we reached the roof, one of Arietta's monsters came and grabbed me. I blacked out, but I thought I heard something about opening my synchronized phone slots or something. What the heck are those? When I came to, I was lying on that machine we saw earlier. Sync, one of the 6 god generals, was there too, but when I was about to ask him what was up, everyone came back and found me, and Sync fled. As Sync was leaving, he dropped a phone disc. Guy picked it up and said we should try to find somewhere to analyze it. I thought I saw Sync's mask fall off too, but I couldn't see his face. I wonder if Guy did. Not that I actually care what he looks like. Anyway, the maintenance chief is on the roof, so we'll have to go back through all that again to rescue him. What a pain. Arietta was waiting for us on the roof again, but I wasn't about to fall for a stupid trick like that twice. We dodged the monster's attacks, and knocked Arietta out. Only after she said the infamous line, "You killed Mommy, now die!" oh, I love this game. Oh, Wellington has switched from Overcooked to EU4. Hang on, let me bully him. Then let's see. Jade was about to kill her again, but Ion said he'd take her back and have her stand before an inquiry. Also, hey Orlov, we are making mistakes. Then Master Van arrived, and he agreed with Ion. Apparently Master Van found out that we hadn't arrived in Kaitsur, so he came to meet us here. I guess we ended up causing him trouble after all. We handed Arietta over to Master Van and started back for the Kaitsur military port. They just stopped caring about the maintenance chief. Which is fair, I guess, because I forgot about him too, but come on. Also, I would like to note that we are about 7 hours into gameplay so far. And I need to refill my water bottle, so I will be back in a minute. Okay. At Kaitsur, the ship we were going to ride was already being prepared. It was going to be a little while, so we decided to stop in and see Count Almandine, who was in charge of the port. Count Almandine was angry that Arietta, a member of the Order of Lorelei, had attacked Kimoskan soldiers. I can't blame him either. Ion was apologizing profusely. I guess being the phone master must be tough. Is this the first time? The first time that Luke feels empathy? For being the first time that Luke feels empathy, this is just... What? I don't understand. Come to think of it, it's my job to see that Ion and Jade make it back to Batical to see my uncle, isn't it? I remembered that because I'm so smart and clever and important. And I figured I'd ask Count Amandine to send a pigeon to Father. But it'd be handy if we could use phonic or phone tech or something, blah blah blah, to send a message. But apparently there's no way to do that. Anyway, when I told Count Amandine who I was taking along, his expression changed completely. That's right, Jade's an enemy of Kimlaska. If only I had thought about the consequences of my actions. Well, it was too late to take it back, and Count Amandine said he'd send off the pigeon anyway. The ship still wasn't ready, so we spent the night here and decided to leave in the morning. Now we'll get to travel with Master Van. This is great. I've never been on the sea before, but this isn't bad. Well, aside from the headaches, but I'm used to those by now. Master Van sent for me, so I headed for the deck. On the way to see him, I met Tyr. It seems she's finally figured out that I'm not a 7th phonist. But like, I still don't really know what a 7th phonist is. I mean, they came up with in my studies, but back then I had so much else to learn. My parents' faces, the language, I'd even forgotten how to walk. I guess I just didn't have time to think about the rest of the world. Okay, wait. What? So the first human replica that was made, okay? That was Nebulum. They made some mistakes. That makes sense, whatever. And then they replicated Luke, but he couldn't walk or knew the language. And then when they have the like zombie replicas now, they can all walk and talk. They just like aren't processing things. What are you talking about, Luke? When I said that to Tyr, she suddenly started asking nicer to me. Ooh, I should get more people to pity me. Turns out 7th phonists are phonists who can use the 7th phonon, mostly healers and scorers. The 7th phonon is this new phonon that was discovered after the basic 6 elemental phonons, and it can only be used by those born with the ability. Apparently, I'm able to use the 7th phonon, and that's why Tyr mistook me for a 7th phonist. How many times can you fit the phrase 7th phonon into 2 paragraphs? And on the deck, I got another one of those strange headaches, and then something even more strange happened. I lost control of my body and started hearing things. Then I started moving like somebody was controlling me, someone who was way cooler. And I made part of the ship disappear. Just when I thought the whole ship would be destroyed, Master Van appeared and stopped whatever it was that was happening. Master Van said the thing that I did that made part of the ship disappear is called hyperresonance, and it's the same thing that happened to me and Tyr when we were thrown out into that valley. Hyperresonance is an interference phenomenon that can destroy all matter. It happens when 2 7th phonists use the 7th phonon. Wait, dang it. At exactly the same time under certain conditions. But apparently I can do it all by myself? Master Van said that Malkuth kidnapped me for that power, and Kimlaska kept me confined so they could use me in war. Does that mean I was going to be trapped in the manor until a war started? Master Van didn't deny that. He did tell me how I could get around it, though. His solution was for me to become a hero. See, if I can personally stop the war, I'll become a hero, and then they won't be able to keep me confined any longer. That's right, I can do nothing in my room of my own volition. That was when the ship reached Kesidonia, which put an end to our conversation. We'll have to change ships in Kesidonia to get to Batical. I decided to take a look around the town. As soon as we reached Kesidonia, Master Van left. He said he had to turn Arietta to an Order of Lorelei Inspector and that he'd be coming to Batical later. Unfortunately, we have to leave before that. And just when I could have heard more about how to become a hero. Oh well. I guess I'll just head down to the Kimlaska consulate to see if the ship's ready yet. Astor is a merchant who managed to build Kesidonia up into an autonomous state all by himself. He had a machine for analyzing phone disks too, so we had him analyze the disk we picked up in Coral Castle. The results were pretty long though, so we decided to wait and read them on the ship. Now all we have to do is board that ship and we'll be headed for Batical. They should know at the Kamlaska consulate whether it's ready or not. Just as we left Astor's mansion, Sync of the Six God Generals suddenly attacked us, apparently to get that phone disk back. He succeeded, but we managed to hold on to the analysis results. We escaped from Sync, ran to the port, and jumped on board the ship for Batical. Guy got hurt a little, but once we were at sea, we were safe. On the ship, we started going through the phone disk analysis results, with Jade doing most of the explaining. The data on the phone disk was about isophones. It seems people and everything else have a different phonon frequency. When two things share the same frequency, they're called isophones, but they can't exist naturally. The only way to find them is to create them. There's this technology called Famicry, which allows replicas to be made, but even if the replica looks the same, the replica's phonon frequency ends up being different. I've reached the point where I'm just going to skip half the words when they aren't useful. It looks like the data was about research into tech for creating isophones, but we lost some of the results when Sync stole the disk back, so we couldn't learn all the details. Just as we were talking about that, the ship was attacked. The Oracle Knights again, they just won't quit. At this rate, they'll take over the ship, just like the Tartarus. And if that were to happen here at sea, we'd be in real trouble. That's one way to say you would just die instantly. So we headed for the bridge to put a stop to them. Turns out the attack was led by this weirdo named Dist. Apparently he and Jade know each other. He even wears glasses too. He really got on my nerves, but we kept running around his robot for a 20-minute fight, which definitely was really, really funny. And then we made it safely into Batical. While I was wandering around Kesidonia, some weird chick came up and started touching me. I wondered what was up, but she was a pickpocket. She stole my wallet and tried to run away with these other dudes. What the hell? And they said they were the Darkwings, the bastards. Getting in my way again. I'll kill them. I'll kill them all. Tyr got my wallet back, but the Darkwings got away. If I ever see them again, I'll rip them apart. General Goldberg and General Cecile were waiting for us at the port. They said they'd take me back to the manor and Ion and the others to the castle. But then what about my chance to become a hero? I told them I'd take everyone to the castle myself. No one in Batical can overrule me. Not my dad, not my mom, not the king, not the princess. No, I'm top dog here. That's how that works. So they agreed, and now we're heading for the castle. This is the first time I've actually been here since I lost my memory. Doesn't even feel like home anymore. Oh well, right now we need to head for the castle to see Uncle. When we got there, Mose was there. I listened to him, but he bugs me. He talks like he's so special, even though he's below Ion. Imagine being below a collapsing femboy. Like, what even is your life at that point? And he was just lying. And Master Van wasn't doing anything. I bet Tyr will change your tone about Mose after this. We gave the peace letter to Uncle, and then I heard that Mother's fallen ill. She's always been pretty weak. Apparently my cousin Natalia is visiting her, and everybody else wants to see the manor, so we're headed there now. We ran into Father when we entered the mansion. He was with General Cecile, and he was cold to me as always. He seemed to be concerned about Master Van. Something worries me about that. I don't know what, though. I can't process my own thoughts. When we reached the drawing room, Natalia was there, just back from seeing Mother. I haven't seen her in a while, but she was playing the proper lady as always. When I think about the fact that I'm engaged to her, it really gets me down. But Natalia told me something that startled me. Apparently my disappearance is being blamed on Master Van, and he might even be executed for it. No way, it's Tyr's fault. I asked her to talk to Uncle about it, and she told me to remember how I proposed to her as a kid. How am I supposed to remember that? Anyway, Natalia went back to the castle to talk to Uncle. I hope Van will be okay. When I went to see Mother, she was really happy that I come home. I wish my dad loved me. Apparently, Mother thought my disappearance was some kind of plot, but she seemed relieved when Tyr apologized for it. Well, I visited Mother and I've seen Natalia. Might as well get some rest. What is happening? When I returned to my room, Ion, Jade, and Anis all said they were going back to the castle. Guy has some kind of report to make, and even Tyr left. It's been a long time since I was alone. Finally, I can get some good rest in my own bed that I've hated for the past 9, however many years. Tomorrow I might be stuck in the manor, but for now, all I want is to sleep. On the way to the castle, we saw the Darkwings. Look like a circus act or something with those ridiculous outfits. I want to murder them. I want to rip their heads from their bodies. 'Cause they stole my wallet that one time. Why is this one dated? None of them have been dated since the first one. I was ready to be back to the old boring days, but Natalia was calling me. It looks like I'll be free after all. What happened? Well, whatever happened, at least I get to go out. I wonder if Natalia's heard anything about Master Van. Guess I'll hit the castle and find out. I ran into Tyr and Mose whispering something to each other at the castle entrance, something about the 7th phone stone. Was that the score that Tyr's looking for? Then Mose noticed me, and he seemed to be happier. He told me Jade was in the audience hall. He really bugs me. It's almost like he's obviously a villain or something. I entered the audience hall, and like all these people were there, and they told me to go to Axariuth in Malkuth as a goodwill ambassador from Kimlaska. Apparently there's a bunch of miasma and like everyone's dying, and we can only get there from Kimlaska, so Malkuth is asking for help. It'd be a good step for peace, but it really sounds annoying. I don't want to do it. But they said they'd free Master Van if I did. But then Uncle told me I'm the hero in Yulia's score. Apparently, one of the royal family with red hair who inherits Lorelai's power will lead the kingdom of Kimlaska Monvildir to prosperity. The light of the sacred flame! If I go there, Yulia's score will come true and Kimlaska will prosper. This is why they were confining me too. So if I go along with this, I'll become a hero and I won't have to be in prison. Sounds good to me. And I'm not going alone. Tyr and Jade are coming too. And they said I could take Guy and Master Van along with me too. Yes, now I can finally go on a trip with Master Van Senpai. He's in the underground cell. When I got there, he'd just been released. There I found out the true meaning of the score. It said my power will cause calamity and be used as a weapon of Kimlaska. The Order of Lorelei seems to think that my presence will cause a war, and Master Van was trying to keep me from being used as a tool of war. So here's the plan. First, I'll go to Axariuth as a goodwill ambassador. The score says that the war happens when I move people out, so instead of doing that, I'll just use hyper-resonance to destroy the miasma in the town. Then instead of returning to Kimlaska, I'll follow Master Van to Doth. That way, Kimlaska won't be able to use me. Master Van's great. He's always thinking of me. I asked him why, and he told me about something that I've forgotten. When I was young, I was put through cruel experiments because of my power, and so I asked Master Van to take me to Doth. He tried to take me from the manor to fulfill my wish. So that kidnapping was actually Master Van trying to save me. He said he'll make sure we'll get away this time. So I promised to keep this a secret, and we headed out to rejoin everybody else. Natalia also, heard that conversation, but it's fine. Sorry, that was loud. When we rejoined everybody, Jade told us something sad. He said the Oracle Knights were patrolling the sea, and they were probably trying to stop me from getting to Axariuth. He suggested a decoy ship. And then Van said he would go with the decoy ship. Aw, but I want to be with him. He wouldn't listen though, so we have to travel separately. I'm stuck with the four-eyed devil, the cold-blooded girl, and I guess my boyfriend, but like, whatever. It doesn't get any more boring than this. We should be able to rejoin Van at Chesedonia, so we just have to hurry. On the way out, we ran into Annis. She said Ion's disappeared. The Darkwings? Those goddamn Darkwings! Annis tried to leave, but Sync is keeping watch over the exit. So now if we try to leave, Sync will notice us. That means we don't have a way out, but Guy suggested an abandoned factory. We might be able to get outside through it. He said there's an air car there that we can ride to the factory. Annis decided to come along to search for Ion, so the five of us headed to the platform. When we got there, Natalia was waiting for us. She said that as a princess, she can hardly overlook Exariuth's plight, but that's part of Malkuth. Why should she care? That sense of justice of hers is so annoying. But Natalia overheard me, and she threatened to let everybody know about Van's plans, so I gave up and let her come. Then Tyr and everybody gave me nasty looks. But I'm the ambassador. I'm in charge here. They should do what I say. We headed into the factory ruin. Hold on. So, from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, Luke was still completely in charge. It's just that at the start of the game, people were annoyed when they did what he said, and then by the end of the game, people were less annoyed. Luke. We headed deeper into the factory, beat up a monster, and then we had to take a ladder down, and then we had an anime cutscene. Oh no. I saw Ash's face. He had the same face as me. Even for twins, we look too alike. What is he anyway? But the 6 God Generals, kidnapped Ion. I thought about going back to Batical, but the port's closed off. We have to save Ion anyway, so we ended up continuing. Yeah. For the moment, we'll just go to the Oasis, I guess, but who is that Ash guy? And just when we made it to the Oasis, his voice was in my head. It was like the headache voices, but I knew it was Ash this time. Ash told me Ion's in the Zao ruins, but he's our enemy. Is he trying to make fun of us? We found the Zao ruins in the sands, and Ion was there. The God General Sync and Largo. Wait, Largo's still alive? Oh no, I thought he was dead. They tried to stop us from taking Ion back, but we knocked them out of the way. Ash was just watching us, but then he attacked me using the same sword techniques I learned from Van. The timing, the distance, everything was the same. Anyway, Sync came in and broke us up, and then gave back Ion as we left. As long as we left? Sure, I guess. So we agreed and headed out of the ruins. You know, come to think of it, Guy seemed concerned about Sync. I wonder why. When we got out, I asked Ion what he did. He said that there's a Sephiroth, and the God Generals wanted him to remove the Dothic seal, but he didn't say anything about what the seal was for. If he's not going to tell us anything, there's no point staying here any longer. We'll burn up, and Master Van's waiting for us in Chesedonia. I got another one of those headaches. We took a break at the inn, but then I couldn't control my body. Ash was controlling me. He made me attack Tyr, even though I didn't want to. This is a lie. I really wanted to. That cold-hearted girl. Gosh. The headache got so bad I passed out, and they carried me to the inn. I'm so embarrassed. Dist probably did something back to me at Coral Castle. I actually forgot about that, but it doesn't matter unless we can find Dist. Whoopsie-doo. Then... Bummer, you can untimeout him. He called Tyr mommy, I think on accident, but it was really funny. Ion said he wanted to go to Exariuth, and everyone else decided that that was a good idea. They all ignored me. I'm the ambassador, damn it. And then everyone came along, making 7 of us. I just want to catch up to Master Van. He should be in Cassidonia. When we got to the consulate, we found out that Master Van already left. If only we hadn't gone off to save Ion. Just as we were going after him, Guy grabbed his arm like he was in pain, and then he threw me back. There was a curse slot. Oh no. So we just left. And then Guy felt better. That's a relief. Now we just have to catch up with Master Van. We finally made it to Kaitsur. Now we just have to head for Exariuth. I want to meet Master Van. We'll have to cross this pass. If we don't catch up with him, I probably won't be able to meet him until we get to Exariuth. And then we went to the pass, and he wasn't there. He must have been in Exariuth already. We shouldn't have wasted time in the desert. And I said this because I'm the ambassador, but no one listens to me. I'm the important one. Ion isn't important. It's not like he's the Pope or anything. God. I just want to get to Exariuth so I can rejoin Van. And I can lose these idiots too. Bastards, every one of them. And then Lagretta attacked us. Or no, she came to talk Tyr into going with her. And she called me a defect. And there's forbidden technology and all of this. And everyone's just leaving me out. I want to find Van. Oh God. I need more water. Okay, I have decided that my voice cannot handle this. So, instead of reading through all of these, what we'll do is I'll just look at the title and try and remember what happened. Okay, so, in Exariuth, like, everyone was dying. It was terrible. So we made it to, like, the deepest part of the mines. And then I found Master Van, and he told me what to do. And we went into the Sephiroth thing, and then I did a hyper-resonance. And then he betrayed me. And Tyr did something to, like, save the rest of our lives, but everyone else in Exariuth died because of me when we fell into the cliff off. It was so sad. And then, yeah, and then we went to Yulia City, and Ash was there. Ash said that... What? What? Hang on, what? What are you... What? Oh, okay, I'm... Look, Orlov was being accidentally horny, okay? We can't allow these kinds of things. Oh, hang on. So yeah, we made it to the Qliphoth. Luke was sad, and Mew is writing these for Luke now. Oh, hold on. Damn it. Master isn't feeling well, so I'm writing in his place. Mew! Yulia City was behind a big waterfall. When the Tartarus reached Yulia City, Ash was there. Ash said that Master is a replica of him. Is that why they look the same? Master got angry and said that he wasn't a replica, and Ash was really angry about Exariuth, so they got into a fight. After the fight, Master passed out. I can understand, with all the sad things that happened. Poor Master. No, the point is that I'm saying it, so I don't really want to do a text-to-speech thing. Plus, that won't make it take any less time. What does Mew think he's doing, writing in my diary? Oh well, everyone was mad at me because I kind of killed an entire city. But, you know, whatever. So then, yeah, more stuff. Everyone yelled at me. We talked to fucking Maze Quest guy. Maze Quest guy. And then whatever, we were in Yulia City for longer. And then everybody, like, left without me. So yeah, everybody went over to, like, the science place, Belgend, including Ash, and I just had to watch him from over here, where I, like, self-exiled myself. But then, yeah, was Tyr still there? I don't really remember. But then they made it, and Guy was waiting for me. I was really glad to see him. And then we went over from the Aramis Spring to Doth, worried about the war. And then we rescued Natalia and Ion. Wait, when was Natalia kidnapped? Who cares? And then we went over to Canada, and there was an incident. Yeah, we went over to Canada. That's really all that matters. Oh yeah, and then we learned about Jade's problems. But Jade specifically told Luke, don't tell anyone else. Okay, I guess. And then we went over to Grand Kokma. And there was General Frings. Oh, General Frings is so cool. And then Guy tried to kill me. Because he wanted to. Oh no, I thought he loved me. And now he wants to kill me. This is so sad. But okay, then we went over to the engineering city. We got our plane. And then we went to the passage ring where, yeah, we, which passage ring? Okay, yeah. So then it turns out St. Bina is, like, about to collapse. Which is kind of bad. A little bit bad. So we fell with it, more or less. More controlled. And then while we were there, you can see the scroll bar. Yeah, there was another one of the passage ring Sephiroth things. So we used that to, like, stabilize the continent so it wouldn't die, but it was still in the Qliphoth, which sucks. And then there was a war. We had a very, very annoying mini-game related to that war. A ceasefire. Oh yeah, and then there's this weird romance between Cecile and Frings. Like, sure, whatever. And then... what is this from? Oh yeah, Mo said that Natalia is fake. And then we brought the villagers over to Exariuth. No, not Exariuth. Exariuth is that place. Cassidonia. But then, yeah, everywhere is sinking. Kind of sucks. So we, like, did some stuff to make it sink slower. And then, like, it was just kind of like an earthquake. Everyone was fine. Then there's a special score? Oh, yeah, the one that, wait, what? That doesn't matter. Then we went over to Batical because we got kidnapped or something. Yeah, Dist captured us and brought us to Batical to, like, start the war again along with Mose. Know that this is after the continent collapsed. Then we went through the marsh. There was that behemoth, which they really hyped this up for the marsh journey, and then, like, when I went back later, we just, like, kicked its ass. I don't understand. Then we went over to Belkend again, the first time for Luke. Ah, okay. Thank you for clarifying, Orlov. And then, does this matter? Oh yeah, and then freaking Spinoza. Can someone go to my clips and post the Spinoza clip? The one where he just runs away and everyone watches him run away? Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, Orlov. I should not have assumed that you didn't actually see Tira's mommy. Yeah, and then we had this, like, really good, really interesting plan of, you know, lowering all the land. So then we went through to all of the Sephiroth locations in the world to lower the land slowly. Father and daughter. Wait, when did we get, what? Wait, hang on. When is... Yeah, but where did... Because I remember that, like... Okay, so I guess, okay, yeah. So this was just them reconciling, I guess, but they didn't realize who Natalia's father was yet. Okay, that makes sense. So then, yep, we got everything back. We made a peace treaty with everyone. It was great. Thanks, Bummer. And then we stopped the core's vibration by taking the Tartarus into the core, and then Sync just went over there with us, and then he jumped into the core after we kicked his ass. And then... Oh yeah, it turns out Tyr is actually, like, about to die. That sucks. And then we took the freaking portal inside the Vatican into a volcano, which is a thing, for reasons, which was one of the last, Sephiroth rings. Meanwhile, Tyr is, like, almost dead. And then we went over to Mount Rainier, which is the ice mountain in Canada. We had that big fight. I learned that Largo is actually Natalia's dad, I being Luke, of course. And then we went over to the big fancy anime dungeon, fought Van, and we won. And then we didn't see the body. I'm sure there will be no negative consequences. There were negative consequences. The plot was revived. The plot was revived. And then... yeah. And then Ion fucking died. Ion died. It was so sad. And then, let's see. Yeah, we went over to this, like, tower place. Maybe that happened later. But, like, we went over to some tower place. And then, Luke tried really hard to sacrifice himself, and it just didn't work. That was the saddest part. So then he has, like, a time limit, which is kind of what sets the rest of the game into, like, being urgent. Even though it's not actually urgent, you can mess around for as long as you want. And yeah. Then Grand Maestro Mose turns into a monster, which is neat. And Van kind of, like, just takes complete control over everything, as he does. Oh yeah, and there was Baby Ion too. Remember Baby Ion? Wait. He has a real name, kind of. It had Ion in it. It doesn't matter. Yep, the score, so sad. Everyone's dying. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything for... Oh, yeah, okay. Alright. I'll go through what happened in Eldrant. While we were waiting in the Albiar, we suddenly heard an alarm and saw Eldrant itself flying toward us. But Noelle's like a super good pilot, despite planes not having existed in this world. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So Eldrant crashed into Hispanian Peninsula. The anti-aircraft didn't stop, but like we found a place. It was fine. And then yeah, so we landed and we found the Albior 3, which had Ash in it. Turns out Ash went in first. And then we found Lagretta, and then we killed her. And Tyr looked pretty sad, but she didn't cry at all. That's some real self-control she has. Natalia would have cried for 20 whole seconds. But then I had to fight Ash. This was intentional somehow. You didn't win. You lost the first time, Luke, and the game didn't let you lose. And then Ash died. Rip Ash. And yeah, apparently Tyr remembers some kind of magic thing. And then Ash died. And then Natalia was immobilized by the shock. And with the worst timing, we were caught in a phonic trap. And then the power flew out of me and it neutralized the trap. Which is like second order hyperresonance or something, which doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly, Orlov. And then Sync attacked us, and then we beat him. And then Jade fucking slapped Natalia for feeling emotions, and she realized how dangerous her actions, feeling emotions, when her kind of boyfriend died without... pointed out with the back of his hand. Okay.
I feel really...
Yeah, even once we go past...
There's no need to come back.
You make it sound so simple.
It is. We believe that the planet's... I'm not particularly fond of this word, but our faith is simply different. We've reached a point...
Yes, Van has Lorelei inside himself. If Lorelei perishes, the world will attempt to recover 7 phonons, destroying their balance. Luke, we've come here to stop that. We understand what Van is trying to do, and we cannot accept it.
Yes, we got new outfits. Luke's outfit, just like... So you see how his normal outfit has like buttons in it? The updated outfit doesn't.
Yeah. If we were going to follow the score and die, it would be people's responsibility to accept that. But we realized along the way that we could work together to avoid that.
You know, Guy is the real fashion here. Like, Guy's got a good outfit.
So we're going to live our lives. We're going to shove the Commandant's ideas up his ass. Luke, I kept thinking about you and Ash. I wish that Ash would come back to Kinloska and support Father, together with you.
You want to see Luke's midriff so much? Fine. You'll be able to see it.
I was wrong. You and Ash each had your own path. I'd been trying to tie both of you down with a promise that was no longer valid. Ash is inside you now. In the past, I might have mixed you and Ash together in my mind. But you're you. So please, live the way you want to live.
I like how she's all... In the past, I might have made that mistake. But now, it's actually true, so it doesn't matter.
I'll do everything in my power to support you so you can do that. As your childhood friend.
Okay, hold on. Natalia is wearing basically the same clothes, except with 70% less risk of heat stroke.
You've barely begun to be you. You have to live enough to make up for the lives you've consumed. Yeah. What I'm saying is cruel. The whole time, but I won't let you carry it alone. I'm the same as you. Even if the whole world rejected you, I'd still be here by your side.
You're so right, Guy.
I'm not like the 6 god generals.
Luke, let's go. So we can rewrite Van's future with our own.
Yeah.
Hang on, I need to find a better spot for this. Master Van isn't going to fool around with us, will he? No, I doubt he went easy on us before, but it's likely he underestimated our abilities. But he's lost to us once. He won't do that again. He'll use all his strength from the start. Well, we're stronger too. We can't lose. Yes, we carry the hopes of thousands, of millions of people. We will defeat Van. Now, let's not get overly excited. Let's proceed calmly, but seriously. Yeah, I know. Now's the time we have to stay cool, right? Yes, exactly. Let's brace ourselves for the upcoming battle. Ah yes, Jade was doing his main job there, which is getting mad at Natalia when she has emotions. So yeah, I can't quite get a good angle on it from in this room, but here are Luke's abs. Also, you should see the room where I got them was actually pretty good for that. But in this room, that was the best you could do. But yeah, look at Tyr's title. Cool chick. There's just something about women in battle. She graces the battlefield with beauty and power. Thank you, game. Did I save? Better question. Do I care? I did save, yeah. We've seen this already, I don't care.
I'm impressed. I expected Ash.
Ash is here too. He's inside me, lending me his strength.
Second order. You've stepped across a sea of corpses and made it here. Now, join me, Luke. Yes. And you have me.
But that's not enough. You said to me, can you not live? I'm not living for anyone else. There's no special meaning in living. When I sensed my own death, I wanted to live. I know now. That's all I needed. So, I don't need you anymore.
Toy Story shot.
It doesn't matter if you accept me or not. Here I am, alive!
You've acquired.
Van, people can change. The planet's memory may exist just as you say, but is it really absolute? Luke isn't here because it's written. He's here because he chooses to be. The planet's memory is one possible choice for a future, but only people make that choice.
That isn't absolute either.
If so, maybe you're being made to choose to destroy the planet's memory. If you say you've decided to erase the planet's memory of your own will, then that itself is proof that the planet's memory isn't absolute.
That's an empty argument. The destruction of mankind is written in it. The destruction of the planet's memory is not.
So you will carry out that destruction. That's no
I did.
It's strange to hear, regardless of...
This game has suddenly decided to take itself way too seriously.
Even if the absolute path you speak of exists, people have the right to choose their own path to destruction.
Fitting words for a necromancer.
What does that mean?
Everything dies. I cannot accept perishing early the way you can.
But you're trying to destroy the originals. Even you hate the score so much, you're shackled to it more than anyone else.
Perhaps so. No, all of us are bound to the future we call the score.
We believe we can choose our future.
It was taking itself seriously the whole time, but this is just worse. Maybe because it's all at once.
I know the future is predetermined, as I thought. It would seem we cannot see eye to eye.
Tales of Belts.
Draw your weapons. I'll take you all on at once.
Van!
Right, he does that. Hopefully I'm high enough level that this just kind of works. I don't want to have to do save states or anything. I just want to finish the game because we're already here. Bummer, you just want me to play Tales of Symphonia, don't you? Tearsinging.wav.
But you don't know the true wish contained in those hymns. They won't work on you.
No, brother. I do know.
This fight is harder to cheese than the... I'm not calling her that, the Nebulum.
I can feel the thoughts and emotions Yulia placed in these hymns.
If that's true, Mysteria, then sing. Now, for me.
I do want to, Bummer. Eventually. Berseria first.
You're trying to kill me.
Oh. I like how Anna's got the free 1 HP. We've used 2 gels and 1 magic lens. What are you talking about, Tyr? Okay, that was just mean. We are in danger. Yes. Okay, she's resing Van. Or resing Guy. That is one way that you can describe that. Oh. Oops. Too busy comboing to realize I was dying. Anna's got to say I'm back right before she got murdered again.
Do you intend to finish what Ash was unable to accomplish?
I'm not that vain. Ash entrusted that wish to Luke. I'll merely take your power for Luke's sake. No, for Luke and Ash.
I see. Then I will destroy you with all my might, even if I must unleash this terrible power within me.
Look at how cool he is, everyone.
This force. So this is the power of Lorelei.
You're strong, but I won't lose. I won't lose. These arrows will send you to the depths of the abyss.
Where did the feathers come from? Why are there feathers?
Do you think you can win?
Why does his goatee look even worse?
Yes, when you use Lorelei's power, your control over it weakens. That is why we will not lose.
Mysterica, such determination. I hesitated to confront you because I was your brother. But that too ends now. Farewell, my sister.
I'm not doing too well.
Yeah, that's why I gave him the upgraded defense. Why did you run into that, Anez? Also, Tyr, please. Oh, see ya, guy. I'm very surprised Annis is still alive. That's a good question, Orlov. I've never once claimed to be good at video games. I'm amazed I was outside of that hurt box. I think, yes, he is trying to kill you. God. He really hates Guy. It's a good thing he missed with that. Homophobia. Guy, why did you do that? No, Guy is gay for Luke.
You shall not succeed.
Thanks, Cassian. What is that? It's a neat emote.
Ends now.
Also, yeah, no save states. That's the power of having the right number of levels, I guess. Are we ready for anime cutscene?
The seventh melody. You've learned it, Tyr.
I remembered. You sang it to me while I cried. You knew what the phonic hymn meant. You were telling me everything, right from the start. Thank you, Van.
Farewell, Mysterica.
What is the point of what?
Master Van!
Stop! After all that's happened, you still call me Master. You fool. Forgive me, my brethren.
Nice pan over to
Master
Luke's
Van,
abs.
Thank you.
Goodbye, my beloved brother.
You were ready to kill him at the very start of the game.
All right. Everybody hurry up and escape. I'll stay here and free Lorelei.
Luke!
It's my promise to Lorelei. This is what I need to do.
I love how Annis's face is the like. What's she doing?
Jade?
Luke, how you've changed.
I was really bad, wasn't I?
But no matter how much you change or regret your actions, not all of what you've done will be forgiven. And that's why you must come back alive. Rather, I hope you do.
Jade, shut up.
Sorry.
I'll be waiting. It's lonely being a servant without a master.
Hey, you're not my servant anymore.
So I'm not a servant in the manor. I'd still serve as your friend.
You're being stupid.
So hurry back home. I'll never forgive you if you just disappear.
You knew, huh?
When you come home, I'm gonna teach you not to hide things from your friends.
This is so gay.
Annis?
I knew too. I wasn't as sure as Guy, but
What are you talking about?
you're an easy read. But I have to have you come back alive.
You're not expecting me to... You're not...
No. I'm going to reform the Order for Ion. But in order to do that, I need a patron. So, come home.
Whatever.
Luke, live. Please. I don't want to lose any more people dear to me.
Natalia, what did we tell you about emotions?
To live your life. Understand?
I wanted to live.
You will. You cannot disappear. You cannot.
Thanks.
Master!
Your job's done now. Go home and be proud of what you did.
I'll be waiting for your return, Master.
Thanks.
Come home.
Tear.
You have to come home. You have to. I'll be waiting. Always.
I will. I promise. I'll come home.
Luke, I love you.
Well, she's not Natalia. Yeah, I like how when Tyr says, I'll be waiting, it's a sign of romance. And when Guy says, I'll be waiting, the game just doesn't realize that it's a sign of romance. Like, come on. How do you write gay characters without realizing that they're gay? I guess. It's so... Why are they like this? Maybe it is actual queerbait, though.
Now vanish. To think the future I saw would be rewritten. You have done admirably.
Yeah, I think you might be right, Orloff, because, like, this series has... This series has a lot of, like, female fans. And I presume a significant proportion of them are for Joshis, because they're so right. So, like, you know... I'd imagine some mixture of, like, management... They knew management would have said no, so they just, like, kept it quiet. But, like, that's absolutely how they wrote it. Exactly, Barbara. Exactly. Ooh, now we get the very low-res concept art. That's a good question, Orloff. It's really weird how they didn't color in any of Tyr's hair. Like, that doesn't look like Tyr because her hair isn't colored in. This is Natalia. I mean like a couple frames before. It's Guy. That's an even scarier thought. I sure hope she wasn't. Maybe because they colored in Anis's hair. Maybe. Oh God. Tyr's hair? Like, Tyr has dark hair. Hey, it's just... Why did... Lagretta looks pretty young to have those guns. SMH, no firearm safety in Doth. Is that Sync? Why did Sync look happy? Sync was never once happy in this game. You know, one of the really good parts of this game is that there wasn't, like, the cliche lecherous character. I'm just thinking of this because if I'm going to play Berseria next, Berseria does have that, and it's very annoying. I wish Bienfu a very die. Katamari Project? Xenosaga Project? Hold on. What? Xenosaga? Berseria is really good, but Bienfu, like, takes it down, like, a letter grade, in my opinion. All the fans on the Tales forums. I highly doubt that website is still up, but might as well check it out. It definitely got lost when Bandai bought Namco, but 404. Love to see it.
You didn't come.
How?
I believe your presence was requested at Luke's coming-of-age ceremony at the Duke's Manor.
I'm not interested in some ceremony in front of Luke's grave.
How come only Natalia and Guy have different clothes?
Here, isn't it?
He said he'd be back, so let the others sit around and tell stories at his grave. But I won't be joining them.
The point is that if you were drawing Tyr's hair in monochrome, right, her hair would be a different color than the rest of her body. What are those lips? What are those lips? Did she put on lipstick for this just in case? Is that what we're supposed to... I agree, Vummer. I was just saying that I wasn't sure if it was Tyr from the concept art.
We're here.
This place has a nice view of Han. And also, I promised someone.
What? Wait, where'd the lipstick go? And why is Luke's hair longer? But that's... he wasn't, like, embodied during that time. What? That's not what the moon looks like. Why would you make a fantasy moon that's just our moon but with fewer craters? Spoilers. I mean, sure, I'm not playing any more of this game, Bummer. No, I mean that I'm not playing anymore, so I don't care if or what anything I missed gets spoiled. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Fastest win 1 second. You don't really have a choice with Ash unless you just go out and grind for 30 hours while in the limited amount of time that you have him. Okay. So there was one more thing I promised you. I'm going to take a bit of a water break until then. So... We are not getting more skip percents. That was all the skip percents we're getting. However, this is not the thing that I have promised. Orlov, if you want the beach skin, you're gonna have to do it yourself. But okay, here we go.グラスタム一つ落とされた追いかけても一つ落っこちた一つ分の日だまりに一つだけ残ってる心臓が始まった時いやでも人は場所を取る奪われないように守り続けてる汚さずに保ってきた手でも汚れて見えた記憶の歌が前に記憶に疑われてる必ず僕らは出会うだろう同じことの音を目印にしてここにいるよいつだって呼んでるからくたびれがなって揺れる時生まれた意味を知る 汚れた土手で触り合って形がわかるここにいるよ確かに触れるよ一人分の日だまりに僕らはいる忘れないでいつだって呼んでるから同じガラス玉の内側の方からそうさ必ず僕らは出会うだろう沈めたり宇宙時間を歌ってる時約束は果たされる僕らは一つになるOkay, I think that's the end. Thank you. That part in the middle was due to the lyrics I had online, including the full middle section of the song. But so I had to figure out where it skipped to. I'm not doing 100% skip percent because 1, absolutely not. 2, absolutely not. 3, that would require an entirely new game. I hope you're aware. Like another 70 hours of game. I'm not doing that. No, that's not happening. You're going to get your Tales of Berseria stream, and you're going to like it. I know I will. God, I love that game. It doesn't look like there's anyone to raid. Let me just check. JJ Court announcements? Oh, Alpha. Sure, we can raid Alpha. I assume he's still running because the announcement was half an hour ago. And of course I need to open up his stream so that I can see what is being said. Okay, cool. I love Twitch ads. Yes, we got 20 seconds left. Thank you everyone for watching me with this. It says 70 hours, but that's not counting like reloading saves or save states or anything. So it's definitely more than 70 hours. But yeah. It was fun. And then we can go back to... And then the next game will be equally fun, I think. So yeah. Good night, everyone.